welcome so much. We're so happy to have you here. Welcome to our Diwali celebration. We are so excited that you all have decided to join us and spend your Friday afternoon with us here. My name is Kim Schultz, and I am the coordinator of creative initiatives at the Interreligious Institute at the Chicago Theological Seminary. And we are so thrilled to partner with ISKCON Chicago to bring you this event today. And I'm just going to do a real quick, a little bit of rundown of some nuts and bolts, and then we're going to go ahead and begin the festivities. So first of all, we are asking that as much as possible that you keep your videos on during this event. We are trying to make it feel more like an event and less like more Zooming during your day of probably already a lot of Zooming. It's so nice to see all the little faces. I'm just opening my screen now to see more of the faces. It's so nice to I'm seeing everyone. It's so wonderful. So glad you're all here. We're gonna have so much fun. So yeah, so we're asking if possible to keep your videos on as much as possible. And if you need to turn them off, do what you need to do. But that way we can see each other, and once in a while we'll focus in on you and make this feel like a little bit more of a festive party that we're all participating in together. We will keep you muted, but there will be times where we're also going to unmute you. Thumbs up, right back at you. And when we unmute you, we'll let you know that we're going to unmute you, but just so we can hear each other and kind of let the sounds of the festivities be around us. But then there will be times we'll mute you so that we can hear the speakers and musicians, et cetera, et cetera. There is a chat feature on here for those of you who are not familiar with Zoom. And if you hover on your Zoom on the lower bar, you'll see something that says chat. So go ahead and click on that if you want. And you can put comments or questions throughout the event in that chat. We hopefully will have time at the end to do a few questions, but also if there's something happening, besides that loud truck outside my window, that you would like to comment on, feel free to throw those things in the chat and we'll keep an eye on them there. I think that is about all that I needed to say about the business. And I apologize for my background noise. I'm going to mute shortly, but first I'm going to just say again how grateful we are for the interfaith partnership with ISKCON Chicago, who made this all possible. And Bhumika Bhatia, who is the interfaith director at ISKCON, is going to be leading us through this event today. And interfaith, we are the Interreligious Institute, and we are very grateful for our interfaith partners who help us all learn and revel in what a beautiful, diverse world that this is. And we are just so grateful for that partnership. Bhumika is a CTS student as well as the interfaith director at ISKCON Chicago. And I'm going to pass it to Bhumika, my partner in all of this. And she's going to tell us what's going to happen today and where we go from here. So thanks again, everybody. And Bhumika, all yours.
Thank you, Kim. And thank you so much, everybody, for joining. It is such a fun crowd that I can see already. Okay, so we know this is an initiative of Interfaith Initiative from ISKCON and Interreligious Institute at CTS. So I want to begin with saying how wonderful interfaith work is. While we were working on this event, Kim and I, we both come from different backgrounds, cultural backgrounds, different faiths. And the way we problem solved for so many things, it was amazing. And I think when people come together in interfaith spaces, it is so much more fun, so much more growth. So for you all today, I wish that we take something from this event today, fun, excitement, or anything, whatever it is for you to take. So today, we're celebrating Diwali. Happy Diwali. What does Diwali mean? Some of you may already know, and some of you may have heard. It's commonly known as Festival of Lights. Diwali is celebrated commonly among Indians for the return of Lord Rama from the forest, from 14-year stay at forest. He's coming back to his kingdom with his wife Sita and his brother Lakshman. That is commonly known among a lot of people why Diwali is celebrated. But Diwali is actually celebrated for so many more reasons around, different regions in India. There are so many beautiful stories around Diwali. If you are interested, when you leave this event, you can go back and research more. And you can also, at the end, we're going to have a question and answer session. You can ask our speaker about it, or you can, research. And if you have questions, you can always, ask us later on as well. So for this event, we had asked you to register before November 9th to be able to receive a kit. So most of you may have received a kit that contains some supplies. Kim is showing us that kit. And we can show you what is in the kit for those who doesn't have the kit. But what I want to focus on is for those who does not have the kit can still participate and can still do the activities, as you should have received an email with the basic supplies that you would have needed. So we will have fun. That's the focus of the day, having fun, listening to wonderful music, and learning some wonderful information, maybe new, maybe not, maybe refreshing some information that our speaker will have to share with us. Today we have some guests joining us. We have musicians, Sri Rupa Dasi and Sundari Radha Dasi. They're two sisters from Chicago. They've grown up with Kirtan in their lives and have seen it benefit them in deep and meaningful ways. They find great joy in sharing Kirtan, and witnessing Kirtan change the lives of others. Now you're hearing the word Kirtan a lot. Some of you may know right away what Kirtan is. For those who don't know Kirtan is a call and response musical meditation that takes a minute to learn and makes you feel good just as fast. The practice goes back more than 5,000 years and can be practiced by anyone. You do not need to be a good singer, a practitioner of yoga, or a follower of any religion or sect or beliefs to experience the power of Kirtan. That being said, when the Kirtan goes on, you will have the opportunity to sing along, and we will be unmuting you. And that's the fun that I am looking forward to. So that would be the music. And then we have my most favorite speaker today, Nithyananda Prandas. Nithyananda Prandas is an active preacher and leader and counselor in the ISKCON Chicago community. He leads college outreach efforts at the Illinois Institute of Technology, where he's been a beloved presence for the past 14 years, helping grow the program there into the university's most active student group. He is well known for incorporating storytelling to convey complex philosophical ideas in an easy, relatable manner. That being said, in his talks, if you're listening, there is never been a time when you don't get to chuckle, laugh, or giggle. His talks are the most wonderful talks. My favorite speaker, and we will have a wonderful opportunity to hear from him soon. Without passing more time with all the talking, we're going to jump right into today's program, starting with sweet making. So in your kit, you should have received spices, some colors, a Rangoli mandala, and if you can hear the background, that's my son very excited for making his sweet dessert. So today we're going to make Shrikhand. So from your kit, you need to pull out your spices and almonds. And for those who do not have the kit,
which spice?
We have somebody unmuted. So the spices, there are two little packets. Kim, can you show? And Roxy, can you spotlight Kim? We have two tiny little spices. One has something like red threads. It's called kesar thread, saffron threads. And the other has a powder-like spice. It is a cardamom powder. And then another Ziploc bag has some sliced almonds. So you're gonna grab these.
Which powder?
There's cardamom powder.
Teacher?
Sorry, I'm getting my kitchen situated so I can show you everything. So that's what having a kid sounds like. Hello. Oh, are you eating an orange? Okay, we're gonna make Shrikhand right away. Come on, push up. We're gonna make Shrikhand. We'll have my little cook on the video as I give instructions. So the stuff we need. Yes, get him in the yes, in there. So what we need is a bowl, 1 cup of sugar, 2 cups of yogurt, Greek yogurt, some warm milk. Okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. So we need 1 bowl, 1 cup of sugar, 1 pack of Greek yogurt or 2 cups of Greek yogurt, and the saffron threads can go in the warm milk. So we'll begin with that. If you can all put your saffron threads in the warm milk and leave it aside. No? Okay. All right. Do you want to make Shrikhand? You want to go stand in your helper? Let's go make Shrikhand.
Can you tell me what to do again?
Yes, I can show you. Absolutely. This is what we're going to do. Yeah, let's go make Shrikhand. Come. Okay. So we have 1 tablespoon of warm milk, and I added some saffron threads in it. So, and we're going to keep it aside. It's okay, let him do. That's okay. And we're going to let it aside, and then we're going to put our can you put the sugar in the bowl, please? We're going to put the sugar in the bowl, beta. You want the sugar in the bowl. So 1 cup of sugar in the bowl. And then you can measure your Greek yogurt into the same cup. I'm going to take 2 cups of Greek yogurt. Yes, actually, if you can do that. Thank you. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, wait. You have to measure it to 1 full cup. The sweet that we are making is called Shrikhand. The reason we're making this sweet is because dahi, yes, yogurt is called dahi in Hindi, guys. And that's what Gurshab's telling us. More, yeah, we'll put some more. So we make sweets on the occasion of Diwali, and we exchange sweets. 1, because it's sweet, sweet. So we exchange sweet, and also this will be an offering to the Lord God, in the Supreme Lord, in whichever form you worship him or her. So when we're done with making the Shrikhand, we will be offering the Shrikhand to the Lord, the Supreme Lord. It's not coming out. Yes, more. Can you pull it out? Here, can you scoop it out? Right. Here, I'm not sure if you can help him. Right. So we distribute sweets, we exchange sweets with our loved ones, with our friends, with people who give us service on the occasion of Diwali. And so that is what we are doing today. Okay, let me see some thumbs up when you're ready with scooping out all your yogurt into the bowl. We're all done. All done. Okay. We're gonna move to the next step. We have cardamom powder in 1 pouch, which is about 1 teaspoon that we're gonna put in our yogurt. All of it can go. You wanna put some masala? Here. Masala, yeah.
Spotlighted you. Everybody.
Okay. All right. And when that goes in, you can put in your saffron threads that was mixed with warm milk. And if you were not able to put in the warm milk, you could just put in mix it with the warm milk and put in the bowl. That's okay too. Mix, mix, mix. And then yes, there goes your clue. You mix, mix, mix. Mix, mix, mix. More. Okay, you can just flip over. Here, there's so much yogurt in this. Let's not waste it. All done. And now you're gonna mix. Can you mix, please? Mix, mix. Also, at this point, you can also add your almonds. You just want to laugh for the camera. Okay. All right. Mix. Can I help you? All right. Roxy, can we unmute at this time and listen what everybody else house sound like?
Do we have to put this powder in? Mix. Yummy.
I mixed the patty without the first one.
Put the sugar back, but sugar I think you put all of this and you put all of the powder.
So we're
Yes, you put all of the powder and you mix till the sugar dissolves.
I think I got it mixed.
Yes.
Yeah, did you put the powder in here? Bring the powder.
That's good.
Powder.
What?
Yeah, but first mix this, then. और check करिए मीठा है या नहीं तो और चीनी डाल दीजिए.
We need to add saffron.
Sounds so wonderful. All done. We're gonna put it away.
Yeah, we don't need more sweetness. और मिला दे.
Let's go back on.
Thank you.
No, not this.
Thank you. I love the sound of that.
Yummy.
We're gonna okay, so if you've not already tasted, I will advise not to taste it right now. We're gonna put it in the fridge. If you've tasted it, it's okay. But if you've not tasted it, we're gonna put it in the fridge. Regardless, we're gonna put it in the fridge, even if you've tasted it. So the reason we don't want to taste it right now, because we're gonna offer it to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In whichever form you see him or her, we're gonna do that towards the end. And only after our beloved Lord eats it is when we will taste it. So moving forward, I want you all to go put your dish in the fridge. We're going to keep it in there till the end of the event. And I want to invite Sri Rupa and Sundari Radha to teach us Kirtan, play Kirtan for us. And then I encourage every one of you to participate. They're going to teach us the words of the Kirtan, and it's very easy to follow them. So once, after a few repetitions, we're going to unmute you all and we can all sing it together.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much for the invite. I'm Sundari Radha, this is Shri Rupa, this is our niece Breja, and yeah, she'll introduce the mantra to all of us.
So today we're going to be singing the Hare Krishna mantra. We'll be repeating it a lot of times. So if you don't get it right away, don't worry. Just keep listening and you'll catch on eventually. So it goes Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. So we'll be singing that again and again. So you can listen and sing if you like. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. They said to. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Sarika, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Can we go unmute and hear a loud cheer for our musicians? Kirtanyas. Thank you so much, Sundari Radha and Shirupa.
Beautiful voice.
Now it's time to hear from Nithyananda Pranda. And again, I'm going to focus on he's my favorite speaker. And okay, I'll keep that for later. So the stage is open for Nithyananda Prandas. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Bhumika. Thank you. I'm assuming I have 10 minutes on the clock. Is that right?
15 minutes. Prabhuji.
15. Okay, thank you. So first of all, I would like to express my gratitude to Kim and Bhumika for one, bringing us all together. Second, for giving me an opportunity to be with all of you and share some inspiration that I have been contemplating on for about 20 years now. And Bhumika specifically said, share something on the topic of pacifying the mind and the heart during a time where or when, because of the elections and the results this way or that way, there's a lot that has been arisen, or there's upheaval, and how to pacify ourselves or anyone else around us by invoking the presence of God in our and others' lives. So that's sort of the topic I was given, and that's what I will address, and it is connected to Diwali. Now, before we begin anything, our tradition is to invoke the blessings of our previous teachers and the blessings of all teachers across all traditions, and ultimately the blessings of Krishna or Lord Rama, or more generally God, because ultimately he or she is the source. In our understanding, it is not he or she, it is he and she, is the source of all blessings, happiness, joy, passivity, all of that. So I'm going to recite some verses in Sanskrit. Some of you may recognize, some of you may have heard it previously. And if you have not, regardless of language, these are invoking of blessings. So what I would like, or I request all of us to do, is open the heart to receiving grace that is being invited to flow into our hearts. Om Ajnanatirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. When there is a forest fire, which means a fire that is bigger than what human effort can put out, then the only solace or respite is a downpour of rain. And that rain, let's take a picture in our mind of the California forest fires. The Pacific Ocean, the largest body of water, is right next to the California coast, but that water is inaccessible unless it pours down as rain. So when we use the word Kripa Sindhu, Sindhu means ocean. So Krishna or Rama or Allah, Yahweh, however we address the source of everything, is the ocean of mercy, kindness, and grace. But that ocean can be accessible through the medium of rain. And rain is the line of teachers who take from the source and bring it to anyone and everyone, regardless of their merit or demerit. When rain falls on the ground, it does not make a good person or a rich person or an educated person wet and leaves out the uneducated or poor or demerited person. It is very, very equally compassionate while neutral and gives a downpour. Similarly, the teachings from the great teachers and the great traditions, they come and are available for anyone and everyone, regardless of who or what their conceptions of divinity might be. However, on a practical level, we find every day there are some clashes. There are clashes between races, between genders, between religions, and ultimately there are clashes right inside the heart of every person. There is a very famous, one of my favorite Native American stories, where a grandfather was telling his grandson or grandchild that in everyone there are two wolves, a good wolf and a bad wolf. And these wolves are constantly against each other, and they're constantly fighting with each other. So the grandchild asked, so which wolf wins? And the grandfather answered, whichever wolf you feed. The idea is each one of us has a lower nature and a higher nature. And all of the world's scriptures, teachings, teachers call upon us to act on our higher nature and try as much to give up acting from, speaking from, or thinking from our lower nature. Because lower nature causes strife, differences, disagreements, quarrels, etc. And higher nature, by definition, is one that looks for reconciliation, one that looks for cooperation and unity. The word Diwali actually is a shortened version of the actual word Deepavali. And you can break it into two sections: Deepa, which means lamp, and Avali means a string or an array. So when lights are arranged in a string or in an array, that is called Deepavali. When Lord Rama returned after 14 years of exile in the forest and having killed a very, very treacherous demon by the name Ravana, who not only had abducted Rama's wife, Sita, but also had terrorized the entire country that was full of sages, great teachers, thinkers, theists, theologians, etc. And his interest was only to defile others' wives and take away anything and everything that he could grab. So Ravana is the personification of lust. So lust generally has a sexual connotation. However, our teachings are that lust has a more general and pervasive quality. And the general definition of lust means the tendency to grab and possess and make own something that doesn't belong to me. Then the question is, who does it belong to? So according to the Upanishads, which is a body of philosophical knowledge, it says that anything and everything that we see in nature belongs to the Supreme. And we are allowed to take a small share that is only as much as our need, not what is our want. So there is an aphorism that in this world, there is enough to feed everyone's need, but not enough to fulfill one person's want. So Rama conquering Ravana is that we are to invoke our godly nature to overcome our lower nature. Remember the two wolves. And not only for us, but we invoke that others may also consider like that. And then when each person considers how one can evoke and act from their higher nature, then the world can be more peaceful. Whatever is our definition can be peaceful, whether if it's a family unit or a community or a nation, all of humanity or of all living beings in existence. So a prayer to invoke that in us and others is something that I'm going to read, and I'm going to ask that it be shared. So hold on a second. Roxy, oh, there she is. She's ahead of the game. That's great. So the script on top is Sanskrit. The English is with diacritics. So some of you who'd like to read with diacritics, I will read it once and then I will break down the meaning word by word. And I would think that you might appreciate it because it seems you have a similar bent of heart. The verse goes this way. Swastyastu vishwasya kalaprasidatam dhyayantu bhutani shivam mitho dhiyat manascha bhadram bhajata dodhokshaje aveshatam no matirapi ahaituki. This is one of my personal favorites because I recite this every morning since the past 15 years. Every day. It's a reminder. In one sense, it's an affirmation for me. And likewise, for many that I have taught and I've known. So the word is Swasti Astu Vishwasya. The word Swasti is auspiciousness. Auspicious is something that is favorable and makes the heart happy. Swasti Astu, may there be auspiciousness, Vishwasya, not just for me, but for the entire universe. So these are words of great teachers, and great teachers don't think small, they think big, and they think of the entire universe or the entire world as their family. So they are saying, Swasti astu vishwasya, may the entire world experience auspiciousness. Now for auspiciousness to come in, something needs to be removed. Kalaha prasidatam. Kalaha means envy in the heart. If I had time, I would have told you a story about envy, which is a funny one, but I don't think I have the time. But kalaha prasidatam, may the envy in everyone's heart be pacified. Envy gets evoked when we see that someone has what we want. And jealousy is when I guard what I have that others don't have. So we want both. We want auspiciousness to be awakened and envy to be pacified. So then what is a person supposed to do? Dhyayantu bhutani. Bhutani is all living beings. Dhyayantu bhutani shivam mithaha. Mitha means mutual. So let all living beings meditate on dhyayantu, on mutual shivam, mutual welfare, mutual benefit, or mutual grace. Then dhiya manashcha bhadram bhajatad adhokshaje. Let people use the faculty of their intelligence and the faculty of their mind to get together in worshipping the Supreme, who's called Adhokshaja here, and I'll explain the word. Because by such engagement of the mind and intelligence in the process of Bhakti Yoga, or the process of expressing and feeling love for the Supreme, something happens. Aveshatam, no matir. One's mind becomes enveloped or embraced or filled with bhadram, with nothing but happiness and joy. And let that bhakti, let that expression of love for the Supreme be free of any selfish motive. Ahaituki. Hetu in Sanskrit means a cause or a reason. So many persons worship God or pray to God with some selfish or personal motivation. I want something. So in one sense, sometimes prayers seem like flattery. I'm flattering God, so he feels that he needs to give something back. But love by nature is fully blossomed when it is selfless, when it is all about giving and not necessarily about taking. And whatever needs to come back or we are looking for must be or can be fully voluntary from the other side. That is love. Love is voluntary expression. So I voluntarily express my affection and service to God, and he may voluntarily express his love and affection as he likes or she likes, or as they like technically for us. So this prayer says that let me pray for mine and others' benefit, and such that the minds and intelligence. So the difference is the mind is a faculty for desiring, for wanting, for aspiring, and the intelligence is a faculty that decides how it can identify what is favorable or unfavorable. It's the faculty for discerning between what is good for me and what is not good for me. Therefore, we always tell people, or we have heard the phrase, make intelligent choices. Because intelligence gives the power to discern what is good for me, what is not good for me. So the word adhokshaja is a very interesting word. It's not a direct name of God, it's an indirect name. Technically, the word adhokshaja means he who is beyond the purview of the senses. The word adhakshaja, when you break it down to two, it's adha and akshaja. Adha means one who pushes down, and akshaja means that which is born from the eyes, means the ability to see. So God is not visible. Most people have a concern, oh, I can't see God, so God must not exist. But one of the words is adhokshaja, one who cannot be seen, one who's beyond the purview of my senses and beyond the purview of my mind and intelligence. Oh, how am I supposed to worship someone that I cannot see, hear, feel, touch, pray, think? Well, that is what by definition God is, that I cannot reach them. They need to reveal themselves to me. That is called grace. So the word akshaja, ja means something that is born from. Aksha is the eyes. So vision, I cannot say, I want to see God. I cannot demand. I can only request and appeal.
The only one who's acting like this, huh? Other people are sitting listening, right?
Okay. So this prayer says,
You're muted now, Prabhuji, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Muted again.
Translation.
Okay, this is good.
Yeah. Can you scroll down for me, please, so we can read the English translation? One more line. Well, thank you. May there be good fortune throughout the universe. May all envious persons be pacified. May all living entities become calm by practicing Bhakti Yoga. For by accepting devotional service, they will think about each other's welfare. Therefore, let us all engage in the service of the Supreme Transcendence, Lord Shri Krishna, and always remain absorbed in thought of him. I think I'm done with my 15, so I'm going to pause and let Bhumika tell us what to do next.
Do you want to conclude the final thought and then we can move on?
Yes. So Deepavali, the lighting of the lamp, is an affirmation or a commitment to live by enlightenment and not by darkness, or living by my higher nature, not my lower nature. Lower nature is dark, higher nature is enlightening or full of light, so I can see, hear, touch. I'm aware. In the dark, I'm not aware. I cannot see my surroundings. I don't know what it's like. So there is darkness outside and there is darkness inside. And the darkness outside can be dissipated by the removal of darkness inside. So just as we have the rising sun, we want the sun of transcendental knowledge to awaken or rise in the heart. And that is one of the significances of Deepavali.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
You're welcome, Bhumika. Thank you. And thank you. You guys have been a fantastic group to be with.
Thank you. And there were so many powerful things that I am taking away from this talk. And I see that Kim sent out in the chat too. And I think that was a very powerful statement to think about how there is so much, like there is enough for everybody's need, but not enough for one person's want. Yeah. Yeah, and the prayer, definitely praying for everybody's good fortune is I mean, I'm speaking for personally myself, how it is a prayer that I want to take away. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for wonderful, wonderful talk. So we are going to move on to our Rangoli section. Before we start doing the Rangoli, I just want to share a little bit about what Rangoli is and what it means. Basically, I mean, the Rangoli is a decoration that is made on the floor, outside the house, inside the house, around Diwali and other auspicious times. Basically, it is a decoration meant to invite the higher powers into our house. You know, the higher energy, Supreme Lord. You know, you can call you can call or relate to God with any names. Basically, it is to invite God into our homes. So traditionally, these Rangoli decorations were done with mathematical geographical shapes, or so to say, in a mathematical ways. And there is a research that talks about how a sound vibration has an arrangement, a visual arrangement. So these Rangolis are visual arrangements that has a sound vibration that our ears cannot hear. Anyhow, for today, in your kits, you have little mandalas. Kim, if we can have spotlight on Kim, and Kim can show us what we have in the kit. There are mandalas, stencils that we're going to use. And then there are 3 packets of different colors, color powder. It's actually semolina, colored semolina. However, it's not edible. So if you have little kids, you don't want them to put in their mouths. So just be a little careful with that. So you will have freedom to do you can do however you like. You want to create your own decoration, you can do that. You can use the stencil and fill the color in, or you can also follow me. I'm going to make a traditional Rangoli design. This is what I have right now, and this is what I'm going to show you how to do it. So if you guys want to follow me with the design, you can do that. You can create your own design and fill it with Rangoli colors, or you can use the stencil. So this part, you do whatever. It's your creative, fun 15 minutes. And then during this section, we're gonna have, if you can angle your camera towards the Rangoli, that would be really nice. And then we'll be able to see your Rangoli as well. We'll have spotlights on each participant's video, so we all can see your Rangoli decorations. And at any time, while I am doing, you can choose to see me if anybody is following the decoration that I am doing, if you want to follow that. So we can, Roxy, we can unmute, or if anybody has question, they can ask in the chat section.
How do you unmute? Oh.
Okay.
And maybe you can make sure, Bhumika, that we discuss both the stencils if they have them, or the different way that you're going to do it, just to give people a little bit of guidance.
Yes. That's what I was trying to share, is that if you have the stencil, you can use the stencil, or you can still follow me. And if you don't have the stencil, you can use a pen, pencil, color pen, chalk, a piece of paper, or some area on floor or on a slab. So and you can follow a traditional Rangoli design that I will be making right now with you all. So is that all, Kim? Did you want me to say anything else?
No, that's great.
Okay. So perfect. If you want to take a minute to gather your supplies, in the meanwhile, I'll have my camera angled to my Rangoli. And if you all can also have your cameras angled to your Rangoli, that'll be nice. don't know how to do this.
Teacher,
Yes.
which supplies do we need?
Okay, so you should have, did you get a kit?
Yeah, these are the colors I got.
Okay, let me see. Yes, so you need those colors and you need stencils. You should have stencils.
How they look like?
How they look like, they are white color stencils.
They look like
Like
this
these?
that I'm holding up. Yes.
Oh, I see. Some of you have already started making. That's wonderful. Wait, who am I?
Can you
Okay, I am
show
speaking
us
with Medhavi. Yes, yes, that is
How are Rangoli
the one in
turn
your
out
hand.
when we're gonna make it?
Am I speaking with Medhavi?
Yes.
Yes, Medhavi, that's the stencil, the ones in your hand.
My name is Namaswi. My name is Namaswi.
Namaste. Okay, let's see where you are.
No. Medhavi is my mother's name.
Okay, so I am speaking with you. Okay,
Yes,
let me go
yes,
back.
you're talking to her.
Okay, yes, perfect. Yes, so the stencil that you had in your hand, yes, these are the stencils. And then you can put some color on top of it and fill the stencil with color and then carefully pick it up, or maybe ask your mommy for help and she can pick it up, and then you have a beautiful
Can
design.
I use any color to do it?
Yes, you can use any color to do it.
How will the Rangoli turn out after you make it? Your Rangoli?
Meanwhile, okay, I will try to hold my phone in my hand because my tripod seems to be a little too large. I have a better way to do it. This way. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna make my Rangoli on this slab.
How will your final Rangoli turn out after you make it all?
Oh, wait, it's too much light. Okay. So this is what I will be making, and you can decorate it with whatever colors you want to in whichever combination. So to do that, we have to make a combination of 3 by 3 square, which is like make 3 dots diagonally. Can you all see, for whoever wants to follow me, if can you see the dots, white dots on the black slab?
I can see, Bhumika.
Okay, perfect. So I will go further, and so I have these 9 dots at exact same distance. You see these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe I should turn this light off.
And so to be clear, if you don't have a stencil, this is what you should be doing if you wanted to participate.
Yes, thank you so much, Kim.
Yeah.
Yes.
So those of you who have
yes.
stencils, you can drop your color on and play with making your stencil designs and place them how you want. And Bhumika is telling us how to do it if we don't have a stencil.
Yes, and this is also one of the like this is how traditional Rangolis used to be, you know, with mathematical construction. So this, we have a square of 3 by 3 dots, and from the second dot on the top, I'm bringing a line towards the second dot on the in the middle line, and then bringing it downwards to the second dot in the third line horizontally, and then rounding it around it and taking it backward to the second dot on the third line in the longitude. I think that's what it's called. Vertical. That's better. Vertical. And then rounding it around the middle dot, and then bringing it back to the first horizontal line in the second dot. So this is something that I made. So we went this way, round, this way down, round, this way up and round, up and round. And then from each corners of the square, I'm going to bring to this dot and make a triangle, like a leaf triangle, a little bubbled triangle, I guess. And that's what I'm doing on the each 4 sides. And now we have this Rangoli. So now you can fill it with the colors that you have. Does anybody want to see this again or have any question? You can either unmute or message. Okay, I am going to fill in my Rangoli. We can unmute at this time, Roxy.
We can maybe take a look how everyone is doing.
Yeah, and also if we can have like spotlights on everybody's Rangoli.
If you are making the Rangoli, go ahead and turn your camera down so we can see it.
Help me.
You're looking beautiful. Look at that yellow one with Ari. Oh, look at that.
Do you want to put some color? Why don't you get your helper? Yeah, let's get your helper. Yeah, let's get the helper. Yeah, let's do this guy.
Yeah, she's saying to you.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Enjoy, yours is looking nice too.
Way too angle.
Aria, beautiful.
Stop asking me. He's asking Aria.
Wanna do some? Come. Not the pen, Vita. Pen Papa ko de do. ये लो. अब color डालो इसमें. You wanna put some color in here?
I'm using some glue.
It's a pinch. Put it in the center. Thank you. No, like angled it to the Rangoli. More? Okay, let's do more. Oh, thank you. Okay, we'll do another color now. Let's put another color. Oh. Okay, that's a Rangoli too. More? Okay, let's put another color. Beta. I'm gonna put green. Here, take this. You don't want to use green? Oh, okay. Let's put some green now. Oh,
everybody's doing very good. I like that. I like how my friends too. Do you like your friends too? Very nice.
Gigya, I know. Shara Gigya, beta.
Let's be careful. Let's put the D inside.
Chalo, Mama fill in करे अब. Tata,
oh, good job.
आपकी बारी आ जाए.
Good idea. Very good idea.
Oh, Mama.
Let's make some
Let's make more.
flower feathers, right? What? Flower feathers, like this one. This one should be big too. I think that.
Oh, that's a lot of color. Let's just stick to that bunch.
Oh, these are beautiful.
This is good. Let's just use this. Okay. Orange.
You already made more. You can make another salt shadow on it. Happy, right? You should not overdo it. Yes. Look, that is so beauty.
I'm gonna do this one again. Okay.
Maybe we can make one next time, right?
Of course we can. Yeah. More. You wanna do this one more? No, you just wanna spread it like that. Okay. That's okay.
I spoiled my clothes, Papa.
That's okay. Oh. No? Okay. Yeah, take your colors on that side. Go. Hey, not in your mouth. Chichi. Chichi. More. Now Mama's gonna do this one.
Look at mine. I made these too.
No.
Okay, be careful. Be careful, my thing. Protect it.
Now let's see how everybody's doing. Wow.
I think you like mine too, right?
Yeah, they love.
Yeah, leave this alone now, please.
I don't. Wonderful. Bhumika, maybe we can check in with folks and we can see how everyone is at for now, and then we can always come back for more.
Yes. So I just saw a message. If it's sticking to the stencil, maybe not press the color, or maybe use a spoon to spread the color, and then very carefully pick up the stencil, or try to make your own design. But here let's wrap it up. You can try this again, on your time. For now, this is what my Rangoli looks like. It's what my 19-month-old has made. So so don't feel bad if you're not able to make a proper Rangoli. So okay. So now now that we're towards the end, if you all want to bring out your candle lights and your sweet, we will make a quick offering. We'll all lit the lights together. And my son's still making the Rangoli, so move here.
We sent on lights if you got the packet. Otherwise, maybe you have another candle around your house.
Yes. And if you want to add more candles to the candles that you've received, that's absolutely fine. And you can arrange your candles around your Rangoli. If you want to, or if not, that's fine too. It just looks pretty. The colors and the lights together, they just look pretty. So also, let me see if we have our speaker guests. Okay,
I'm here.
You're here. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Prabhuji. So if I can invite you again to do an offering of the sweet, and you can all lit the candles together with a prayer, or however you feel right with do an offering, and then we can all lit the candle together and then take a bite of our sweets.
Sure. I request you to place the sweet that you prepared in front of you, and light your candle
Ranpreet, you want to come?
With a I would say with an appeal. And the appeal is that we recognize that everything in this world, especially food, comes as a product of grace. as we were talking earlier, without rain, however good our grain might be, it will not germinate. Every farmer works hard and then leaves it up to the mercy of rain to come for his or her crop to grow. Sometimes when I'm at a university, with a university audience, I try to say it this way. So please humor me for a minute. I say that from rain comes grain. From grain comes brain. And if that brain isn't used well, then it becomes a drain. It just goes through. And the idea is everything that in our capacity, we notice. Let's keep to food, for example. The pot in which we cook, the fire with which we cook, the water, the vegetables, the salt, the spices, everything is sourced from God through nature. None of us has brought anything or created any of these things. We take the raw materials and put them together. So the facility, the intelligence, the resources, the ingredients are all supplied by the very loving and compassionate God. Our contribution is to use that intelligence to put them together. We call them recipes. We create different pots, different shapes and sizes for what we want to do. And the human endeavor is to then put it together. And the first gesture of gratitude is to then offer it to the very source from which it came. That exchange is an exchange of love and gratitude. So in different traditions, it's done differently. Similarly, here we say, my dear Krishna, you have given us the ingredients. You've given us the fire, the water, the air, the ingredients, the raw materials for us to put it all, and the intelligence by which we put it all together, the skill with which we put it together. So we can make this an offering of love for you. Kindly accept it. And such food, when received, has a special effect. And the effect is that it nourishes the body and definitely the soul, from where the love for Krishna, love for God is awakened. So that's very simple offering and a prayer. Back to you, Bhumika.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Thank you. So if we can see, we can have spotlight, Roxy, and we can see everybody's decorations and plate. At this time, you can hold your camera and show us. This is pretty much the end. And then we can, if you want to say a prayer of your own, and then we can all take a bite, transfer the food, however you want to serve. We can all try this. And at this time, I think we can unmute ourselves if you want to say something. We'll take quick 2 minutes of showing our decorations. And then we have another 10 minutes for question and answer. Do we, Kim? Do we have another 10 minutes?
If people have questions, I think we can certainly take them as we're all showing our Rangolis. And if you want to put them in the chat, or if you want, it's fine that if you're unmuted right now, otherwise throw them into the chat and I can look.
Yes.
And
so
just to thank everyone so much, the speakers and our musicians and Bhumika. This was I just love looking around, seeing the sweets and the Rangoli and the candlelight. It was really special.
Yeah, so the Rangoli looks like in our house.
So are we
When
allowed
you see this.
to eat now?
Yes, we can eat now. And the stage is open for questions. Also, if you want to text, if you want to send in the chat message, that's fine too. Yes. So if once we can go unmute and give a loud cheer for our speaker and for musician and for the whole event, that will be awesome. Yay.
Good job.
Yes.
Thank you.
This was so much fun.
Yay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for joining. It's delicious too.
Oh, thank you. So
One
do
of
we
my
have any?
favorites.
Oh, I didn't know that.
If anyone has any
Yes, we can eat.
questions on Diwali or anything that was brought up by our speakers or anybody who, please feel free to ask any questions you have.
You want to share a reflection of your own? That'd be great too. Oh, you're welcome.
Okay, bye.
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 It was amazing.